Hello, my strong sisters. For those of you that are new here, my name is Kira, and today I'm going to take you through my speed round of how to hip thrust. First, we want to place both of our feet in front of the bar about hip width apart. Then from here, I want you to focus on placing your upper back on the bench. So the bottom of this blue line highlighted here, that is where you want the bottom of the bench to be. This is going to have your back set up perfectly so that you are supported well and able to get good hip hinging in your hip thrust. The more technical term for this is to have your scapulas laying flat on the bench. So this is the start position with your feet shoulder width apart, the bar placed on your hips with a hip pad around the barbell, and your scapulas leaning on the bench. All right, so we feel like we've nailed the setup, but we want to make sure that we're really feeling it in our glutes. So here's what you're going to do. Film your first rep from the side and make sure that if you were to draw a line from your knee to your ankle, it is a straight line. Oftentimes you will see people who have more knee flexion, which means that their knee is further over their toes or they're too far back and their foot is further out in front of their knee. And that means you're not going to feel it in your glutes as much. You might feel it more in your quads, your low back, or you might not just feel it at all. So make sure that you film your first reps when you're testing out your positioning to make sure that your knee is exactly over your foot. Now that you are all set up, you can get to hip thrusting. Another thing I really want to focus on is having your chin tucked and your pelvis in the right position. So here in this side profile, you can see my chin is tucked. You want to think of giving yourself a double chin. And my pelvis is squeezing upwards. So a good way to kind of think of this, and I know it's a little weird, is think of if somebody's trying to poke your butt and you're squeezing your butt cheeks really hard so that they're not poking your butt. Getting in this position will ensure that you have a neutral spine and that your core is engaged as well as your glutes. As I've said in other videos, your core involves your glutes, and to get really great glute engagement, you want to make sure that your core is also engaged. All right, so let's walk through it together one more time before you do it. You're gonna start with the barbell over your hips, feet shoulder width apart, slightly out in front of you, and your scapulas leaning on the bench behind you. The next thing we want to focus on is making sure that our knee is directly over our ankle. That's going to ensure that we're getting great glute engagement and we're not transferring any weight over to our quads or our knees or even our low back. Do not be afraid to take a video in the gym. Take a side shot video of this. You could even send it to me on Instagram and I can give you any tips or critiques that you might need. The last thing that we're going to focus on is making sure that our chin is tucked, our pelvis is tucked, and our core is engaged. So we are getting great glute engagement, keeping our low back and our knees nice and safe, and you can have some happy thrusting, girl. I hope now you feel confident to get under a barbell and hip thrust some heavy weight in the gym. Let me know if you enjoyed these little tutorial videos. I want to sprinkle them in along with the longer full workout videos, just so that you get that extra added attention for really important movements. See you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.